Hey, welcome back into today's video. A TikTok mom's house of horrors is exposed to be, well, that's right, Donut Mom aka Alexander Sabol is much more worse than we thought. She interviewed to redeem herself, but it's looking more likely to be an investigation opened up. She reveals a CPS case history looking into her own alleged SA of her child, to which she accused her boyfriend of the exact same thing, and she's still with him. I also found private messages where she's attacking other TikTokers behind the scenes. This video is a cesspool of just unimaginable, unconceivable, dumpster fire garbage, and we're gonna go through every detail of it in today's episode of Exploring TikTokers. Alexander Sabol's TikTok, known as AlexBaby97, has over 845,000 followers and 46.4 million likes. The bio says, POV, you came for one video and stayed for the mess, which ironically is exactly how I would describe low-cal content. And unironically, her videos are of her being a terrible mother. No, really, she brands herself as a bad mom. I did a video on her about a month ago, titled The Donut Mom, another horrifying TikTok mom. There were several things that we covered in this video, and just to give you a clean refresher, there were piles of collected rabbit feces all over the floor in her bedroom and throughout the house. This rabbit feces was on beds that her children slept on. Not to mention her children would walk around barefoot on these floors. We also can't forget the legendary maggot fork. This was absolutely a problem. You could see these suckers crawling all over that thing. The fact that she self-admittedly leaves her children at home, and at one point in time, the cops were called to return a child that walked straight out the front door. It's not good.
He's not quite yet old enough to watch his younger sisters.
So if he's not mature enough to watch others, it's probably within the realm of possibility he's not mature enough to watch himself. Could be why the police found your child wandering around the neighborhood. Allegedly. So there was a post here. We're unable to see the post because it was removed, but we can read the screenshots that people took while the post was still up. One user saying, call the police. So apparently this was a video and it was severe enough to where people were like, oh my God, call the police. To which Alex says, I appreciate you finding my daughter, heart. It's easy to say it would never happen to them until it does. I appreciate you not being judgmental, but just having her best interest in mind and taking her in so no harm came to her. I hate that she wandered out, but I'm thankful you were the house she wandered to, heart. Another person here saying, oh my God, donut TikTok mom. If you guys haven't seen that video in its entirety, I will link it in the pinned comment. Go watch it after watching this video. Alexander recently did an interview. And to say that this interview was a train wreck would be charitable and kind. This train wreck of a show was something that revealed revelations that deeply shook what we thought we knew.
I just got out of some drama, and I'm being reeled right back into some. So I've been in this group, Mama Drama, for like over 2 years now, ran by Mariah Monet. And they just realized I was in there. And Mariah wants to do an interview with me. And all of the girls were saying, she won't do it. She's going to leave the group. You know, whatever. But y'all know I'm not scared of anything. They can give me their best shot. I get dragged every single day on TikTok and Facebook. They can't say no worse to me than y'all have. They think I'm too scared to do the interview? Absolutely not. I know a lot of women are scared of Mama Drama and don't want to get involved because the women can be so brutal on there. Bring it on. I'm not scared of y'all. I'm not scared of nobody. I know who I am. I know the type of mother that I am. And I'm a damn good mother. So give me your best shot. And if y'all want to watch the interview, let me know. I think it'll be a good one. Maybe y'all could join. Ask me some questions you've always wanted to ask. Make some comments you've always wanted to comment. I mean, one thing you can't say about me, I don't hide like y'all do. Y'all sit and hide behind computer screens and phone screens. I'm getting up to talk about it. Love y'all.
So she should have been scared, but not of Mariah, of her own ability to articulate her story and, and consistently tells on herself on every occasion. Her only concern is to be paid, and keep in mind, most of her viewers are concerned about her children, and she knows this. She's exploiting that fact, and it's not the first time that she self-admitted to this.
And boy, did I piss some of y'all off. My only regret was not posting the cleaning video on my main account so I could get paid.
And again, everyone is concerned for one reason only, the children. And just take a look at these TikTok views here. She profits for this reason only. Now, children being the major focal point of a platform is something that we've criticized here on this channel for years now. Usually these channels try to hide it, not so successfully at all. Alex's channel is a little bit different. She's openly branded as a bad mom. She's incentivized making in the upwards of $200,000 per year by not improving, but by openly admitting what everyone already knows. And the children are in what's alleged to be a very dangerous situation. And viewers are concerned that everyone is trying to exploit that. More about this later. So before this interview even took place, there were some scheduling conflicts. This is what was said.
Alright, y'all. I got a bit of a cold. I have to reschedule the Mama Drama interview to next week. Don't be up in my comments telling me I'm scared of y'all or nothing. The girl is sick, okay? I can't control when I get sick. I was sick yesterday, and I'm even worse today. Anyone that was on my live yesterday knows that I'm sick. So don't be up in my comments saying I'm scared of y'all. I'm still not scared of y'all. I'm just sick, okay? So, we rescheduled it next week. So next Thursday, so not today, but next Thursday, I'm going to be going TikTok live and giving a small house tour, and I'll be cooking on live. I know a lot of my haters and supporters have wanted me to cook on live, so I'm going to be cooking on live with Mariah Monet on TikTok live. Friday will be my interview with Mariah Monet from Mama Drama, and that will be in her Discord, so if you want to hear that, you have to join her Discord. But I'm only rescheduling to next week because I should be better by next Thursday and Friday. It's just a cold. But I want to be at my 100% best when I prove all of y'all wrong and I get all of y'all's assumptions out the window. So I love you guys, and I will see you next week, Mama Drama.
So keep in mind she said she was going to prove all of us wrong.
When I prove all of y'all wrong and I get all of y'all's assumptions out the window.
So two things were scheduled to happen: a before interview house tour where she was going to prepare us some of her famous recipes, and a in-depth interview where she was going to tell all. Almost immediately as soon as the interview started up, it didn't go good for her.
Smack me in my face.
Don't even. Do not come up here and lie about that. That's not even funny. It's not a funny joke. You don't lie about stuff like that.
Nah, he said that as soon as the camera started rolling. Man, kids say the darndest thing. He really gonna say you slapped him in his face?
Yeah, that's my 6-year-old. She has a lying thing she's been doing recently. And she even admitted it was a joke.
Right. So you don't. I'll ask you that tomorrow on stage. We just make note of that, Ma. Whoever's making notes for my questions tomorrow.
I cannot believe she just said that.
Yeah, I couldn't believe she said that either, girl. I was like, oh.
So the kid instantly says that Alex hits her in the face, which to me was highlighted only by the way Alex was acting, which honestly is how somebody who is guilty would act. You guys let me know in the comment section, but let's watch as she spirals.
I have never smacked her in her face.
Yeah. I mean, what made her say that? Because what she kind of said, like, what are you going to do, smack me in the face like you always do? Is that what she said?
No, she said, what did you say? What did you say? You said, Mommy's the best cook, and what else? No, and you said something about me slapping you in the face. Why are you lying again? Yeah, you are. I know you lied. Don't tell people I smack you in the face. That's not even funny. What? You tell people that at school too?
So she sound like she's saying she tell people at school you slap her in the face?
Apparently.
Damn.
That's fucking wild, bro.
You done spent all that time making some tacos with chunk cheese just for your kid to like say in front of everybody you slap her. Ain't that crazy?
And I don't.
Now, it's really strange to me that she felt like she needed to say that she didn't hit her daughter. That's very weird. We can see by Alex's odd behavior in defending herself and immediately treating her daughter as if she was opposition, worried more about her reputation than her own child. Jesus, man. Somebody posted this in the comments when that's funny. One user saying, the way she instantly made a fist behind the refrigerator says it all. Oh, she did. Check that out. Let's watch.
Don't even.
Not to mention later on this video, the child says it again, and we're going to cover that. And she says, boy, if you don't stop saying that. And I'm thinking, like, what are you going to do? Another user saying, the red in her face tells me different. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to how Alex acts here. She goes on for several minutes, trashing her daughter, revealing several things.
And now, literally everybody is probably, like, has that screen recorded because they always see that with my 6-year-old. They always see that. My 6-year-old has said multiple lies while I'm on TikTok live that people screen record. So someone's gonna post that tonight.
You feel like she just liked to put on the show once the cameras started rolling. She like, oh, let me just put on a show. She just like to do that.
No, she always lies. She's one strike away from in-school suspension and school for lying to her teachers.
Oh wow. I'll ask a couple of questions before the interview tomorrow, since I was blindsided by this. So do you think that she lies like for attention, or like she's just a natural born liar?
I think it's for attention. She does a lot of stuff for attention. Like she'll hit her sister just so I'll get mad at her. Like if I'm busy doing something, like if I'm editing or something like that, she'll hit her sister or push her over just so I get mad, because to her any attention is better than no attention.
Right.
And I give them all equal attention, but she for some reason doesn't get enough. Her therapist described it as her cup has like a hole in the bottom and you can never fill her cup. That's how her therapist described it.
And has her therapist ever like said that she says in therapy that you hit her?
No. Her therapist does play therapy. So it's always like I'm always in the same room, but she like has told me that she knows. I've told her the stuff about TikTok that goes around. Like people think I'm abusive. People think that I'm this horrible mom. And they've said multiple times that they would have been able to tell if I was abusive by now, because they come here every week.
It's very strange to me that this mother ad homs her own daughter. And let's say that the child's lying. The way that Alex is acting is not of someone who is innocent. Immediately attacking somebody when they accuse you of something is ad hominem reasoning, rather than address what was said and simply saying, oh, daughter, don't be saying things like that. She literally gets defensive and attacks and discredits immediately. Bad sign. An article on false allegations of child SA says using a representative sample of 7,672 cases of ABUSC investigated by child protection authorities in Canada, in 2005 observed that 31% of cases were unfounded but in good faith, while only 4% of cases were deemed to be false allegations that had been intentionally fabricated. The rate was slightly higher in cases of SA, 6%, compared with cases of physical ABUSC, 4%, neglect, 4%, and emotional ABUSC of 2%. However, none of the false allegations of SA had come from children themselves, rather than they came from a relative or an acquaintance or someone else. So we have 4% on physical ABUSC. U.S. Department of Justice says, a review of literature revealed that false allegations of SA are uncommon, numbering between 2 and 8% of referrals to child ABUSC clinics, 6% of emergency room referrals, and higher rates between 36 and 56% for allegations arising out of custody disputes. Going on to say, although false allegations are uncommon, adolescents are more likely than younger children to deliberately make false allegations. Very young children who are questioned in a suggestive and insistent manner may also allege cases of SA that did not occur. So the younger a child is, the less likely the allegation is to be false.
And so they don't say nothing about the way the house looks when they go?
No.
Okay.
They've commented. They've said that it's a little messy, but they're mandated reporters. So they've said, like I've said, how people think CPS should be at my house. And they've said that if they saw a CPS-worthy problem, they would have called them.
Right. Gotcha. I can see you got real red when that happened. Oof, girl, I can feel your anxiety over here.
What, with the hitting thing?
Yeah, because she said it really clear. I was shocked.
Right, and that's the thing, is everybody believes what she says. So, like, there's rumors about me that are not true that go around because my 6-year-old said it. And she even said it was a joke. You heard her say it was just a joke. But they're going to take that out of the clip.
So Mariah asked her if the therapist said anything about the house being so messy, to which Alex immediately says no, then has a mind glitch, and then says yes.
Yeah.
I know that. Excuse me? If you don't stop telling people that.
Did she just say yes you do? When like, geesh, Jesus.
That is not funny, Brooklyn. Do you understand the repercussions that has on me? No. That is not something to joke about. I'm not joking this time. You're not joking this time. No. I hit you.
She's not joking.
I hit you, right? Right. Because you're lying again.
So she's doubling down on that one.
Yeah, apparently.
Amor, can you shut the door, baby? Thank you. And the daughter is the 6-year-old, right?
A parent who is visibly enraged, red in the face, and screaming at a child who claims that they hit them is showing less of emotional control and behavior that aligns with what is being alleged. Not good. It doesn't prove hitting, but it's inconsistent with innocence. Now, you might remember she said this.
I'm only rescheduling the next week because I should be better by next Thursday and Friday. It's just a cold. But I want to be at my 100% best when I prove all of y'all wrong and I get all of y'all's assumptions out the window. So
During the house tour to vindicate herself, there were, and keep in mind, she could have did a deep clean. She could have cleaned everything up, organized a little bit. Didn't happen. But it was revealed several terrible things.
Oh, wow. So, okay. It's looking kind of swampy, girl. I'm not going to lie. When's the last time the water was taken out of there?
This was actually just last night. I just didn't dump it.
Okay. Can I ask why you didn't dump it, or did it just stress you out to like dump it?
It drains really slow.
Okay.
So I just sometimes don't the day of.
Okay. All right. See the Barbie. It looks like Barbie's having a good old time right there with Spider-Man. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That water didn't look like it had been there for just one night. It looked a little bit stagnant. One user saying, "Why would she come on live and show the internet this?" Crying face emoji. Another saying, "She also has small kids, and that's a drowning hazard." And that's a really important point to talk about. The United States Consumer Product Safety Commission says, one of the most significant findings in the report is that children under 5 years old, while comprising only 8.5% of the total U.S. population, account for almost 30% of 110,000 annual bathtub and shower-related accidents. Over 75% of all bathtub and shower-related fatalities occur among children under 5, and 90% of the injuries and fatalities occur when these young children are not being supervised by a responsible adult. The National Library of Medicine says, the largest number of injuries involved children between 2 and 4 years old and accounted for 54.3% of injuries. The most common diagnosis was laceration, 59.5%. The most common mechanism of injury was a slip, trip, or fall, accounting for 81%. In cases of 4.6 injuries per 10,000 U.S. children per year, the most frequently injured body part was the face, about 48%, followed by head, neck, 15%. The majority, 71.3% of injuries occurred in a bathtub. Of the cases with a known place of injury, 97.1% occurred at home. An estimated 2.8% of patients were admitted, transferred to another hospital, or held for observation. Finally, nationwidechildrens.org saying children can drown in very small amounts of water. Hot water can cause burns and scalds. Slips, trips, and falls can cause deep cuts, bumps, bruises, broken bones, and serious head injuries. And then it says who's most at risk. More than half of all bathtub and shower-related injuries occur to children younger than 5 years old. That's not good, but I don't think that she cares. Listen to her lie about rabbit poop.
Does the rabbit poop smell? Like, how do you deal with that while you're sleeping?
No, so the rabbit poop is just like regurgitated hay. So it's not like regular animal poop. You can look it up. It's just like dried hay.
Okay,
So it doesn't have a smell.
can we get a fact check on that in the comments? So rabbit poop is just regurgitated hay. It's not like bad. It's not like real poop. Can we get a chat GPT on that?
So first off, rabbits don't regurgitate, okay? It's not regurgitated hay. The feces is what you think it is, and it has bacteria and parasites. Letting it pile up indoors isn't harmless. It spreads bacteria and harmful things to humans and animals alike.
All right, that's my bed.
And do the bunnies come up there and sleep with you, or?
No, well, only one can jump on the bed. Hold on, Bo. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go past. Oh, this is one of our biggest bunnies.
Oh, wow. That's
She's a
whole
Flemish
jackrabbit.
giant. Her name is
That's
Remy.
a big old bunny.
Yeah, she's huge.
Hey, baby girl. Hey, baby girl.
Alex lied, which is kind of dumb because everyone can Google. She also goes on to lie about her toilet.
I just want to see the sides. Let's see. Okay. All right.
I clean the toilet pretty frequently. So.
Do you ever clean the side, like right there where all that?
This side's harder to get to because it's like very narrow.
Okay.
So I clean that one about once a month, but I clean this side every time I clean the toilet.
So you clean the sides of the toilet once a month?
No, just this side.
Just that one side? Yeah, I definitely can tell it's once a month. Okay. All right. There's a ring around the toilet as well. Now, is your man is he like a bigger man? It's like he can't bend down and like maybe try to help you clean the grime, or he's just cool with it?
I don't even think he notices the side of the toilet, to be honest.
Okay.
Guys, that is not once a month. The left side looks like the right side, and I don't buy it, okay? I've let my toilet go for about a month, and it didn't look like that, okay? It still looked pretty white. This looks like it's from an abandoned house.
Okay.
So I clean that one about once a month, but I clean this side every time I clean the toilet.
So none of this is good, and she had a crash out video that's now deleted. Let's look. One user saying, deleted video after her recent live.
I'm so upset that she came on live and lied like that. And the fact that everyone's going to spin that. She literally said afterwards that it was a joke. But everyone's going to take that part out of the clip and make it to where I look like a monster. But I'll clarify it tomorrow during the interview. Don't worry about it.
Me knowing how that interview went and her saying that. One user saying the fact that she's being super defensive about it shows us everything we need to know. Not to mention that her mom chimed in and I don't think helped her at all. Alex's mom in the comments on Facebook. She says she isn't beat. Yes, she lied. Kids are not ABUSED'd. One user says, you might be your mother, but your daughter, it lives in filth, claiming that it's clutter, knowing dang well it's not. I'm pretty sure you don't live with them and don't know what goes on with them behind closed doors. Only her, the boyfriend, and the kids do. Yeah, kids lie, but I highly doubt a kid is going to lie about being ABUSC'd like that multiple times. The mom says, yes, she lies frequently. Does at school as well. She has a therapist. Don't you think she would have reported it if it was true? And yes, the therapist has talked to CPS and cleared them of any ABUSE. And you and I both know that things like that slip through the cracks all the time. So it's obviously, I think I want to take a break here and just say that I appreciate you guys very much. You're all awesome. And if you're enjoying the content, consider subscribing. I think we can reach 350,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Also, check out this year's fundraiser. We're at 1,225, a 2,500 raise. Got 55 days left, and it's to help rain. It's to help people in difficult situations. And if everybody right now donated at least $1, we could probably reach this goal today. Don't run too fast to go donate or anything. It'll be to the right on desktop, below on mobile. Also, I want to point this out. It looks like people who watch my videos are mostly not subscribed. Literally 57.3%. So this is a call out to you. Yep, you right there. The one that's watching me every single time I upload, but you're not subscribed. Just try to do it. Just hit that subscribe button. If you are a new subscriber, drop a positivity turtle in the comment section below, and I will reply and say something awesome or something. I don't know. Back to the video. A little side tangent here, but in the first video I did, she already admitted to hitting the kids. One user saying, he's her biggest enabler. He allegedly hits the kids, not saying for a fact. And apparently his daughter said on Alex's live, Mom hits me, but Dad hits harder, or something along those lines. With the way he reacts and the way she's feeding the kids and keeping their home, I don't doubt it. Taylor chimes in saying, y'all take anything and run with it, I swear. It's called discipline. It's so they turn into people, I think he meant to say, not like y'all, and grow up respectful. User says, oof, so you're admitting to hitting your kids? Yikes. So I think science says that corporal discipline is not good for children, but this whole situation gets worse when these pictures leak that show bruises all over the children. So the pictures of the children and the bruises, not a good sight, okay? I don't think I can show them here because I showed them in the last videos I did, and I'm pretty sure YouTube suppressed both of those videos, which is likely why you didn't see it. Not good, hard to look at. Okay. I'm not even going to allege that you hit your kids because you actually say that you do. You call it discipline, but is it discipline? Why in God's name would your child say something like what we're about to get into? And I'll grant maybe he doesn't like discipline, but maybe your discipline isn't what you think it is. So here's got Alex saying he said he didn't want to be alive anymore on his way to his dad's last night. That's just the short end of it. What do you mean by that? I'm not telling anyone but you. But I fought tooth and nail with his dad last night. Jace threw stuff at police. I'm so stressed and tired and sick. The friend says, oh my God, poor baby. I've been there too, babe. Actually, believe it or not, I have been there too. Alex goes on to say, it sucks so bad and the hospital didn't even do anything. And it's all because he hates his dad. So I know you say that your daughter lies. We know for a fact that you lie. Is your son lying here as well? Is everyone just lying? When the interview actually happened, it was Alex's chance to clear things up. But that didn't happen.
I personally, I believe your daughter. I believe her when she said that you slapped her. And then the second time when she said, you do slap me.
So it starts off, Mariah immediately says, I don't believe you at all. And you see Alex, she seems defeated and diminished. Almost, nearly admitting her wrongs.
I've never popped her butt. I don't pop for just everything. I only do it for physical things. But I
If she hits her, okay, she hits her sister, she's getting hit back.
Right.
Okay. Do you honestly think that you can teach a child not to hit someone by hitting them?
No.
Okay. So you acknowledge that that's not a valid way to teach her to stop hitting people. Now, when she hits her siblings, what is she telling you as to why she hit them?
Because they took something from her. Or
Okay.
she's mad at them.
Okay. And so then your response is, okay, how do you like it when I hit you too?
I guess showing her, I don't know.
Defeated, not inspiring confidence at all. And to Mariah's credit, she is being gentle, leading Alex to better solutions.
What you could have tried is, if you're not going to be nice to your siblings, I'm going to separate you from them and you're going to play over here in this corner by yourself until you can play appropriately with your siblings, right? So instead of hitting her, you could redirect her somewhere else and say, hey, if you're going to put your hands on your siblings, you're going to have to, play by yourself with your toys until you can appropriately play with your siblings, because that is not nice that you put your hands on your siblings.
Right.
So in the future, when stuff like that happens, right, you separate her from the situation in which she's acting out and you redirect her to something else that gets her attention. But you're never going to teach a child to stop hitting another child or anybody by hitting them.
Well, it gets worse. In the first video I did on her, we talked about how the boyfriend was caught outside of their bedroom door while Alex was thruppling. In the action of thruppling, he was playing with himself and walking around the house without clothes. We're in the same house as the children. Not a good situation. He talks about that in the interview.
Okay, so Taylor is your current boyfriend.
Yes.
Okay. So what is this situation with outside of some door?
So me, James, and Dana were in the bedroom one night, and
okay, James and Dana. Okay, Taylor is the one who you're with now, who was in front of the door, and Dana and the other dude, that was the Throple people, correct?
oh yeah, I didn't mean to say their name. Oops, sorry.
Okay,
Sorry,
we don't got last name. It's not that deep. So you're in the room with the Throples, and Taylor's outside the door?
Yes, we didn't know he was outside the door until we went, my ex went to step outside of the door and stepped in a pile of jizz.
Whoa. Okay. Give me a second. I wasn't expecting.
So that was a new detail, but it could have been one of the children that stepped in that, okay? Ugh, just thinking about it. But it gets worse because Alex reveals one of the most incoherent stories that I've ever heard to date.
Actually publicly said that he accused me of this. He accused me of assaulting my daughter.
Girl, this man accused you of assaulting your daughter to be petty, and you are with him now?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you really need therapy very bad. So what exactly did he say to them?
That our then 3-year-old went to his house for a visit and made a motion with his fingers and said that I did that to Brooklyn, like opening her. And he also said that she had a cigarette burn on her ankle. She had on the back of her ankle, she had a what's it called? When you get a new pair of shoes and
Yeah.
they rub up, she had that because I had bought her a new pair of shoes and he said it was a cigarette burn.
Okay. How the can you forgive someone for accusing you of, like, what goes through your mind after that? Like, I need to know when this happened, what was going through your mind, and how do you get to the level of forgiving him to be with him again? Because that's such a serious accusation.
He apologized.
Girl, he said, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, he apologized, but it gets worse.
Yeah, you guys are back together. And what came of those allegations with CPS? Like, what ended up happening?
They tested her for and found nothing. They asked my son if I had ever done anything to his sister. He said no. They found absolutely zero proof that I had ever done anything like that because I never have and never would. And I actually didn't forgive him for a long time. I wouldn't even talk to him unless it was about the kids because I said, you should know better than that to ever accuse me of something. And for a while there, I actually thought maybe he was doing something because, if you accuse someone of something, most of the time you're doing it. But I mean, they tested her, so obviously she had never been from either side.
So these children are clearly in a house of horrors, and Alex's response to this was to make jokes. She also started DMing others and making threats. You can't make this up. This comes from TikToker Mink.
Donut Mom on TikTok texted my phone yesterday sending me threats because of my TikTok videos. Now, what's crazy is you willingly brought your ass on TikTok to literally talk about how your man and you suspected SA against your own child, and then you got back with him. And this was all information that you willingly gave the internet, by the way. So the fact that you're mad that people are now judging or talking about it or coming up with their own things of what may be going on is crazy, because that's pretty normal for people to be concerned about something like that they just heard, because that's not normal behavior whatsoever. Oh, and I definitely did cuss her out. I wish I could show y'all what I was saying to her. I wish I could post these screenshots on here, but they are just too bad. So if y'all go to my Snap, it's Princess Milf MK. I'm going to be uploading like screenshots, and I'm going to be uploading like a screen recording of all the text messages that she sent me.
And I have these screenshots for you. Let's check them out. So Alex says, I'm not effing scared of you. Pull up, Morgan. Or will you hide behind your effing phone screen like you always do? Because you can talk crap behind the screen, but when it comes to bossing up and being an effing adult, yeah, he accused me of it, and I effing said it went through CPS and was proved false. So to sit here and say someone is essaying her, nah, F that, F you. My house may be dirty, but at least my downstairs area isn't loose, because I can't keep my legs closed trying for a baby number 4 when you can't take care of the first 3 is wild. Wow. It's difficult for me to hear her talk about someone else doing a bad job at parenting. Morgan says, pull up where, dumb A? Travel to you? You sound slow as F. Your big butt wouldn't take 2 steps at me. Nonetheless, travel. To have it handed to you, either, like I said, go clean your house and stop texting me. Better yet, go check your man's phone. Check that search history. Ooh, that was actually... Alex saying, Morgan, please be effing for real. If you have a problem with me, come to me one-on-one and like a effing adult instead of trying to make a couple dollars off of me. I let it slide with the horse S because obviously you need to pay for your extensions somehow, but to sit here and say I'm SAing my effing daughter. You have serious effing issues. Learn how to grow up and come to someone like an adult. Morgan says, you're the one telling the internet all this. Let's not forget where it came from. You. Be for real. You and your man weird as F. Nasty as F. Dirty as F. Also, my extensions are free. Mwah. Alex saying, that's not what I effing said. You twisted my words all over the GD place in your video. Stop playing this mean girl BS and learn how to be an effing mother who changes her kid's diaper more than once a day. Don't worry. We can tell they're free, boo. Morgan says, actually, it's what you said, and plenty of people have said and heard the same stuff. So go clean your dirty, musty A house and stop texting me, laughing face emoji. House dirty as F. B word. I'll really treat the F out of you. Honestly, nobody needs to argue back with Alex. It's fruitless. Well, I did get to read you these text messages. Alex has defaulted to hiding now and not addressing the essay allegations, saying this on Facebook. One user saying, thoughts? This is her defense. Let's get one thing straight. I gave birth to 3 children, me, myself, and I. I went through hell and back to get these kids here. I will not be addressing allegations regarding my children. I and my children and those around me know the truth, and that's all that matters. Until you know the entire story, keep your opinions and accusations to yourself, and that's all I will say on the matter. I'm a damn good mother who would do anything for her children, and unless you know my heart, you can't say anything but leave me and my family and my children alone. Me being a content creator entitles you to know 0% about my life. This hurts my head because she's the one that's saying everything. She's told us all this stuff. She put these alleged situations out there. And she's saying she's a dang good mother that would do anything for her children except for clean the toilet, drain the bath, keep them from running outside and running around the neighborhood, stop these weird essay allegations between her and her boyfriend who she stays with. I could go on and on. There's also been criticism aimed at Mariah, the one who runs the Mama Drama Facebook page. To the people defending 2 grown adults profiting off of exploiting children and the clear evidence of child neglect. It goes without saying, but choosing to be interviewed and giving a home tour of your filthy living conditions was probably the most idiotic idea to date. However, I think everyone is smart enough to know why the interviewer chose Donut Mom and why Donut Mom agreed to this interview. Both parties knew it would be a big payout, and both parties had an agreement that certain lines wouldn't be crossed. It's essentially greed at the expense of neglected children. Our society through social media has allowed child neglect to become a form of profit, and it makes me sick. To the ones defending Mama Drama, I don't give 2 shats if this is her job or her brand. At the end of the day, she put money in someone's pocket while also feeling her own to publicly document child neglect at the expense of those children that are already not being protected. If you're going to go that far, you better stand 10 toes down and advocate for those children while also being the voice for everyone else. No tiptoe around brown murky bathwater that's been sitting for days or a child that is claiming she's been hit in the face. You're supposed to give the Donut Mom exactly what she deserves in this interview, not allow her the platform to make excuses, change the narrative, and get more exposure. Instead, we have 2 adults choosing a payday over the emotional damage of a child that is clearly crying out for help. Let me ask you this. How many pops do you think this child got after the live ended? But how many more brand deals will she get with the additional exposure? I'm completely disgusted with both parties in this scenario. Both are no better than the other. Both claim to be great parents while exploiting the absolute filth these children are being forced to live in. These moms don't deserve a payday for the lack of providing a safe and healthy living environment for the children. Any interviewer certainly doesn't deserve a payday while putting the women like this on the platform without absolutely humiliating them. In the words of Donut Mom, I'm not scared of anything, bring it on. Well, of course you're not scared when you had an agreement beforehand. One user saying, thank you, Exposed. You're amazing as always. I knew from the jump that this was not some ordinary interview. My gut told me something was off, and 2 of them proved me right. It's disgusting and both are lowlifes, profiting off children that are in a bad situation. And sitting there continuing alive when one child says her mom hits her is completely abhorrent. There's a special place in hell for people like that. It's pretty strange when you put the context that the interview was put behind a paywall, and her excuse for it was this.
The majority of this interview would have got me flagged on TikTok, and you're going to see right now why.
So that is incoherent. I'll tell you why. The criticism is you put it behind a paywall, not that you didn't upload it to TikTok. The real issue isn't who she interviewed, it's why she monetized suffering. One user saying, to the Brigade Parade, which I don't know who that is that flood this page throwing R slurs at my members. This is why this sub is angry. You don't reward and exploit child neglect for opportunity at financial gain. We expect this from Donut Mom, but we don't take it lightly to people helping to achieve her goal. And then they show how the interview first came to be. Mariah saying, Alexander Sabol, check your inbox. You wanted to come in here so bad, Miss Donut Mom, and get them to help you make money on your page. I got money and I want to interview you. Don't gotta be out here begging my members for engagement. I'll give it to you. One user saying, they really were in here defending this. Those kids are suffering. It's very obvious that this was her intention. She could have uploaded this interview on YouTube, didn't do that. She could have set it to free on Patreon, didn't do that. And both would have garnered you genuine support without exploiting children. Monetizing this way has an ethical and perceptual difference. For example, with YouTube videos, viewers don't have to pay. Ad revenue is seen as normal content economy, where the creator gets paid for reach. Ethically, this is good because access to information is free and can be shared, increasing awareness. Putting something behind a paywall and monetizing it means you're charging directly for access to content. When content involves real people's pain, controversy, or moral issues, it can feel like profiting off of suffering or gossip. Ultimately, that's why backlash arises, because it changes the perception from journalism to straight up exploitation. And just to explain it a little bit, Patreon done right is early access, bonus commentary, behind the scenes community perks, not core moral or informational content. Patreon done wrong, hiding crucial evidence, confessions, or accountability moments behind a paywall. That breaks the implied social contract that sensitive or socially important information should be free to public. People view that as gatekeeping, especially when the topic involves child neglect, abuse, or harm. There's also situations like news outlets with subscriptions. News outlets like the New York Times, Washington Post, etc. have institutional paywalls, not story-specific ones. Their paywalls are blanket subscription models, not pay-to-see one controversy. They're seen as information providers, not personalities. The audience expects them to fund journalism through subscription, not views. Their paywall is tied to operational costs, editors, fact-checkers, reporters, not personal profit from a single story.
Last night, I was not expecting Donut Mom's daughter to come on and say that her mom slaps her in the face. Truthfully, I just wanted to see a house tour and her cooking before she comes on my stage tonight in my Discord. But trust me, I got a lot of questions. I'm very against corporal punishment. Anybody who knows me knows that. So when she gets on my stage tonight, we're definitely going to be addressing what happened last night. Last night just wasn't the interview portion. That's for tonight. But I was taking notes on a lot of things that I seen in that live last night. So I did the first half on a TikTok live. The next half is in my VIP Mama Drama community. So if you want to see the interview in real time, go ahead, click my bio, click the link, and subscribe to my Patreon, connect to my Discord, and come join the stage tonight. Because I will be addressing her on a lot of things, a lot of concerns. And if there's questions you want her to answer, make sure you're on that stage so you can ask yourself. Mama Drama Discord, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Be there because this is about to be crazy. Click the link in my bio, go to Patreon, subscribe, and then connect to Discord. I'll see y'all there.
Yeah, that's not a good look at all.